Hey horror fans, Boardnail back with you. On this video I'm going to be talking about the new Sam Raimi movie, Send Help, which is a new release this week. So it's a horror comedy mixed with like a satire about workplace sexism, corporate greed, and the tables being turned when Rachel McAdams plays a put upon office worker who gets passed over for a promotion and is constantly mocked by her superiors. The tables are turned when she and her boss, played by Dylan O'Brien, get stranded on a desert island. This is Raimi's first film as a director since Drag Me to Hell back in 2010, and his first big involvement in a project since the Ash vs Evil Dead TV series ended in 2018. He's produced quite a lot of things in the meantime. Before I get into my thoughts on the film, why don't you guys, if you're new to the channel or just clicked on this video, like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and also comment about the movie down below. Let me know what you guys think. Because I was looking forward to this one, I had quite high hopes, and it was very disappointing. I thought it was very flat overall. The humour just wasn't sharp enough for me. The opening 10 or 15 minutes when they're setting up the film and the main characters, I thought that was very sort of clunky and on the nose. You get some flat cringe humour, very sitcom style humour, and dated sitcom humour at that. So let's just start with something very basic. The name of McAdams' character, Linda Liddell. I say that again, Linda Liddell. She's made to feel little at work. Get what they're doing there? Now, I did appreciate that she's a nerd who likes Blondie. That was a fun little touch. It sort of made me warm to the character a bit more. But once again, we get the dated trope of the clearly beautiful girl being treated like she's unattractive, when in reality, she's Rachel McAdams. I'm so done with this trope.
I like your poncho. My dad got me one in Guadalajara. I'm not Josie Grossi anymore!
On the plus side, McAdams, who I don't think is ever bad in anything, is very watchable throughout the movie with a sharp personality, and she is probably the highlight of the whole film. At times, she makes weak comedy look at least half decent.
That is the greatest meat I've ever tasted.
It's incredible.
Oh, I was just thinking, while you were sitting here like a bump on a log, little old me was bringing home the bacon. Who's the bacon now?
Here, that should be your focus, not being Susie Homemaker over here.
What did you just say to me?
Not in the office anymore, Bradley. You ever hunt? I think I like it.
My problem with Linda's character was she was never nasty enough to play up the survival horror or dark comedy aspects of the script, or really lean into the satire. I wanted more of a Kathy Bates Misery style character from her.
What do you think I say when I go to the feed store in town? Oh, now, Wally, give me a bag of that effing pig feed and 10 pounds that bitchly cow corn. And in the bank, do I tell Mrs. Bollinger, oh, here's one big bastard of a check. Give me some of your Christing money. Look there. See what you made me do.
I think McAdams would have had even more of a blast if her character was unhinged and twisted like that, and the movie would have benefited from it also. Her co-lead Dylan O'Brien was less impressive. The casting made sense, but he was a very one-note and bland character and also actor, I thought, lacking in the charisma needed for the part. It's like the film couldn't quite decide how much of a full-blown villain to make him. He and McAdams didn't have the best chemistry for me. More on this in a moment. The film has some rough CGI, which is something post-Evil Dead Raimi has had to juggle. The aeroplane crash scene was quite jarring, for example. Boar CGI didn't look very good, But I did have fun in that scene. It was one of the more grueling, entertaining scenes of the film, so I'm willing to forget that. Speaking of the aeroplane scene, though, one thing I did like about it is it gives us a tease into Linda's more ruthless side. It plants the seed for later in the movie. I just wish the film was more about that stuff. The film has a running reference to survival, which just isn't a thing in the UK, and I felt like it was part of the dated sitcom humour of the film. 30 Rock had a whole episode mocking Survivor back in 2008. Yes, that's nearly 20 years ago, people. We are getting very old indeed.
You didn't tell him.
You listen to me, little Abner. Keep your fried baloney hole shut. I'm important around here.
Slim, your eyes look like my uncle's after you would drink from the air conditioner.
Once they crash land on the island, the film picks up a bit, but it's still dragged down by a tedious screwball-style plot, almost as if Cheers did an episode where Sam and Diane got stranded on an island, or film-wise, they were trying to tap into some Romance in the Stone vibes, but the film is nowhere near as witty or fun as that, and the leads don't have the same spark. Don't get me wrong, the film didn't feel like it was trying to really sell me on O'Brien's character being a misunderstood guy. His wimpy, douchebag, slimy side was never far from the surface. I just never found the banter between the two that much fun to watch. The trailer sold the film as two things. One, a satire on corporate greed and sexism, and two, a Sam Raimi-style slapstick, gross-out horror comedy. Neither sides were really paid off, and the film struggled to really merge them into a satisfying whole. We only got the cliff notes of the satire, with the needle drop at the end of the film feeling flat because it didn't really set that stuff up enough. There wasn't enough of the Raimi style stuff either. The bits we did get, like the boar hunting scene, were entertaining, but they felt like they were from a different film. It sort of became that movie the back half, but it was too little too late by that point. They either needed to make more of the corporate satire or to drop it and focus on the survivor horror stuff and make it a more fun slapstick B-movie. Maybe just have the characters be more on an equal footing and have fun with them going back and forth and trying to brutally kill each other. The twist with Linda's flashback didn't really do much for me either, because her having knowledge of the fancy house didn't really feel like enough of a surprise to take up a few minutes of a flashback. We already knew at that point that Linda was manipulating things. The stuff with Linda and Bradley's fiance was more fun, if a little drawn out. Overall, even though I've been quite negative, I'm not going to come down on the film too hard. I'm not going to give it a super low rating. It's just it could have been much better and ended up being very mediocre. Definitely one of my least favourite Sam Raimi films. McAdams keeps it at least watchable, and it does have its moments, but overall a little bit of a dud and a missed opportunity. So I'm going to go 5.5. So that's my thoughts on Send Help. Please let me know what you guys think of it in the comments below. Feel free to disagree and to say why you disagree. Like and subscribe as always. Share me out on social media. You can also support me at patreon.com/borednow for some extra perks and commentaries. One thing I'm doing at the moment on a horror theme is with Scream 7 about to come out. I'm making my way through the franchise, doing a watch along, and I'm doing individual commentaries, and there are some guests on those commentaries, so you can check out that on Patreon. I've also reviewed all of the previous Scream movies on the channel, so you can find those reviews if you are interested in that stuff, or you can support me at 3 different tiers as a channel member. So you literally just click the join in button on this channel, A free and easy way to help out also is to hit the hype button, which will get me out to more eyes. And there's also a PayPal account or a super chat if you want to make one-off donations. But thanks everyone. Let me know what you think of the movie. I'll be back with more horror reviews and other stuff soon. Goodbye.
I'm going to be frank with you. You are smart. I know that you are great with numbers, but I just don't think you got it. As an executive, I see no value in you. Does that make sense?
I'm sorry, what?
You know we have the Bangkok merger coming up. Prove me wrong. Oh, Linda, before you go, I forgot to mention I've received a few complaints about you.
Complaints?
Noxious odors.
Oh, God.
Take your seats, you're a little bitch.
Look who's joined the land of the living.
How long?
You been out? Day and a half?
Have you tried making a distress signal?
Or a bigger fire?
I was busy trying to keep us alive.
But getting us out of here,
That should be your focus, not being Susie Homemaker over here.
What did you just say to me?
Let's not forget, I'm your boss. You work for me.
We're not in the office anymore, Bradley. No help is coming. We just have to accept that this is how things are now. You ever hunt? I think I like it. You are stuck with an asshole boss. Just like I was. Although I'm betting I am a much nicer boss than you ever would have been. Except for maybe this part. I don't think we should ever leave.